Please rise and remain standing for the national anthem of Indonesia. In the final here, we've got what have been the almost firebrand of the competition in Indonesia, and we have been, as you said, we've been heavily impressed by Japan and their run to the final. Both teams have had a difficult run to the final. Again, what are we expecting here? For those people who have just joined us, for those people who have never watched the game,
will be hard to stop him. His dribbling is so accurate, so precise. I'm so impressed.
Like I said, guys, the smiles are widening in the commentary room because you almost regress into being a fan because you just kind of watch it as though you would be watching this at home, but we are in this glorious arena coming by to check this out because it is going to be a whirlwind of a final. And here we go. Indonesia on the left in the red, Japan in the blue on the right. Here goes Sandy Walsh towards Kambuaya. Our hand will get it clear. Here's Hubner. Hubner towards Kambuaya.
It will be interesting to see how cautious they will start the game, you know? Will they risk it? Will they go for the fast first goal? Or are they like, okay, let's just firstly warm up and see how it goes?
Yeah, will it be a feeling out process or will they go all guns blazing? I think because these two teams have played each other in the group stage, they'll already have that feeling. They'll already know what the other team is capable of.
They do.
But it's a case now of who can put their best game plan together. As we said, playing for points is a lot different than it is playing for a series. Of course, this is a best of 3. This is 2v2, and it is uniform settings. So if you're wondering what the rule book is at home, there you have it. As the ball looks towards Sananta, but it's cleared away. Santate forward. Towards Doan. It's going to go out of play. Nope, it's been kept in there. Here's Arhan. Arhan to Kambuaya. Yeah, as you can see, 68,000 viewers in the live chat for the final. Of course, we expect that to go up with every kick. The anticipation is electric.
It will. It
absolutely will. The fandoms of these two nations, it doesn't really matter what sport they're competing in, whether it be virtual or real. They will follow their teams to the conclusion of any tournament as Makeda. Tate, Minamino.
Yeah, quite visible here that Japan is again stretching the game really wide. The distance between the players is really, really huge. So it can work out. But as we've seen in the first game in the group stage, Indonesia found good solutions to break that game of Japan.
Yeah, as you see, Sullivan and Kumbaya. Clark looking in field, Clark looking in again, he's looking for Sananta, it's cleared away. It is going to be that chess match that we anticipate. It may be a mistake that may let Japan in, but Because again, as we heard from some of the other players and some of the other teams, they maybe highlighted Japan. They like to kind of almost feast on their opponent's errors, as it were. As the header looks to be got in there is Doan, and Ueda's making the run. Ueda's in on goal. Ueda strikes, good save for the goalkeeper, and it's cleared away by Indonesia.
The first good chance here for Japan. Yeah, what Indonesia makes so special is that they are using the fast, agile, nimble dribblers on the wings, as well as the strong physicality players in the center, the tall players. You know, they are good in dribblings, they are good in headings. That makes them really versatile.
Danger on here as well here for Indonesia. They might look to have their first opportunity. Here is Karaka, and it's Hatate that will get it clear. Here is Nakamura. Into Forage down the left-hand side. He's got away from his opponent down the left here, but he's been caught back here, but he's managed to play a ball there to Hatate. Hatate looking in, but it's cleared away once more. Karaka headed clear by Makeda. And the ball is back here to Sananta. Could be a little bit of a counter-attack here potentially for Indonesia. Suleiman.
Yeah, half an hour played and no clear goal chance for Indonesia right now.
Yeah, there hasn't really been an opportunity for them just yet. But give it time, folks, give it time. This may look like it is a bit of a chess match, and that is because it absolutely is. It's going to be one misstep you have to feel for one of these nations to potentially take the lead in game one. Doan looking across towards Ueda towards Hatate. Blocked away there eventually by Indonesia, and clock will lead it forward. Here's Karaka.
Calming down the game.
Fletched away there by Nakamura, and 38 in-game minutes gone here. What have you seen from these two teams?
Yeah, first impression, really cautious, both of them. And this is really understandable. Why should you risk it from the very first second in the grand final when you have a best of three?
Absolutely, when you've got time on your side, why try and risk it much too early? As you see, Doan wins the header, Suleiman.
And who's punishing mistakes better than these both teams?
Absolutely, you don't want to give any gifts to Indonesia. You certainly don't want to give them to Japan either. Can be right. He's looking for an option there, just that isn't surrounded by a blue shirt. He may have to wait some time. He's found Karaka with a really good ball.
They know exactly when to slow down and speed up the gameplay. Indonesia. Nice defensive behavior, nice dual behavior here from Japan. Yeah, they are not offering any space for Indonesia. They are like, nope, you are not breaking through here.
Oh, wait for that. Sananta looks to latch onto a ball as injury time comes and goes. And there goes the half-time whistle in game number one. Indonesia 0, Japan 0. And Med, again, put your coach hat on. Who'd be happy with these two teams with a 0-0 at this stage?
The first 35 minutes I would go for Japan. The last 10 minutes Indonesia was able to get more and more control of the game, but it's really tight, it's really close. It's hard to pick out here one team and say, yeah, they are better. Japan had one goal chance, Indonesia no.
Enter, which is a little bit different, and look at the stats there, it's so tight to call.
Please have your entry tickets at hand as it's time to announce today's winning lottery.
60% possession for Indonesia, 40% for Japan, but possession is not the most important aspect here. We could see that Indonesia, lots of attacks cancelled. They're not chilled. You can see they're focused, and this is very, very understandable.
It very much is as we get back underway here. Japan in the blue from left to right. Indonesia from right to left. Will it be Tim Garuda lifting the trophy, or will it be the Blue Samurai? We will find out by the end of play today as Ueda wins the header. Sananta recovers it well. Nakamura in towards Doan. He's looking for Ueda instead. Walsh will clear it away. Hatate in towards Ueda, in towards Nakamura. It's good defending there by Jordi Amat. It's cleared away. As Minamino recovers it. Japan started early. And it's cleared away once more.
That was the third time in a row that Japan was in the box of Indonesia in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, Sananta looks to be that lightning rod of attention for Indonesia. Ball in towards Sananta, it's cleared away. Goes for a goal kick.
Finally, we were able to see the goalkeeper of Japan.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing to say when you're watching a game of Indonesia.
Crazy, isn't it?
To see that they've not really been in the opponent's penalty box. It's really strange, especially over what we've seen so far in this tournament.
Yes.
It's Machida back. As I take a quick glance while there is a slight lull in play, just around this arena, the intensity is just palpable here. Everybody transfixed by the game we are seeing on our screen. Sananta heads it down. Here's Cambodia. Cheap foul on the halfway line. 56 minutes gone, and opening stages of the second half. Are you seeing anything that might be kind of bringing to your attention that might be sticking out for you?
Not really. Both are still really cautious. They don't want to risk any mistake, which is still understandable for me, but slowly but surely there needs to be a change. They need to risk, they need to go for the attack, they need to try to score a goal. Both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody needs to break the deadlock here, or we do end up going into the lotteries of extra time and penalties, and that'll only be to settle game one. We still potentially have 2 other games of Indonesia and Japan to come. It all rides on these results that we're seeing here live on your screen. 60 minutes gone, give or take, and it is still 0-0. As the long throw goes in, looking for Ueda, it's cleared away.
It's a privilege to watch these two countries playing against each other, enjoying this high-skill gameplay, the best skill play, the best gameplay which we can see in co-op right now on this planet.
See Minamino looking for Ueda, cleared away by Hudner. Hudner forward to Kambuaya. Kambuaya down to Sananta. Sananta towards Kambuaya. Sananta. Clock. Beautiful ball out wide to Kambuaya. Kambuaya looking in for Sananta, but it's cleared away. Corner ball.
Really smart. Yeah, but in Indonesia still 0 shots. We are in the 65th minute.
Yep, 65, give or take. It's almost unheard of. But the problem with it is that Indonesia are so clinical, they're only going to need one real clean sight of the goal, and then the rest is history.
That's a good point.
Absolutely, as you see. You just see that almost that, as we said, that kind of playbook of Japanese substitutes. It's normally Asano, Kubo, Ito. You've seen loads of players come on, as we'll see them there. It's just a fresh leg up at the attack. But it's Indonesia looking to get the flick on with Sananta. It's cleared away, only as far as Suleiman. There is Ito, fresh off the bench here. Charging down the left-hand side here. Ito plays out a play that's a bit disappointing from Japan.
Right now, I wouldn't speak about disappointment because they are doing really good in my opinion. And as far as I see, Indonesia didn't sub players. Is it correct?
I believe I didn't spot any substitutes. They may be leaving it slightly later. Maybe they are anticipating that they're going to extra time here. That might be the play that they may be looking at as Arhan looks to play that long forward, looking for Hoki Karaka. Finds the header on. Sananta in on goal. Sananta's in on goal. Can he score? Yes, he can! Indonesia take the lead! It is Sananta. He's been so on fire for them all the way through this tournament. He is there again for them in the final.
Did you see the calmness? He was so calm. He was watching the goalkeeper till the very last second. Wow. Wow. Wow.
As they say in my homeland, there's ice in the veins, and he needed it there, did Sananta. And as you said, they waited and waited and waited, and it was a bit of who's gonna move first.
And you mentioned it like 2 minutes ago. They only need one chance. There you go.
There you go.
Clinical in person.
Absolutely, indeed. As we'll see substitutes in now for Indonesia. What are we seeing here? Seeing any tactical switches?
Yeah, they're switching the players in the front to have more explosiveness. Of course, the game is not over.
Viewing this final, and this is only game one. This is not even the kind of the long haul. You are here to watch the long haul as we see Drajan Ferdinand. 18 minutes roughly left to go.
good will be Indonesia in icing the game. But I don't think they have any ability which is lacking where they have a disadvantage or something like that. I think even this they will be able to handle very well.
Go with a long throw in, and it's towards an answer, but it's cleared away. Here's Morita, and can Japan unlock this Indonesian defense? They have two down the left-hand side. One of them's Asano. Asano, bit of super cancels, but brilliantly well watched by Sandy Walsh. And you can almost hear from the Indonesian support in the arena, they are cheering everything, every tackle, every shot, every pass. They are right behind their boys here.
Full blood support.
Absolutely, indeed. It is unadulterated support in the arena here for Indonesia. Japan will look to puncture that good feeling, though. It's Asano. And
look at that defense. You see only rod waves.
It is. They seem to be outnumbered in attack currently, but you notice why at the bottom of your screen. They are on all-out defense, Indonesia. They have got everybody back that they can. Long ball in towards Ueda. It's cleared away. Morita, it's a bit of a poor header, and as a result, Ito will look to just marshal that back to his goalkeeper. And again, the longer the ball stays in between those white lines, the quicker the clock will tick down. So Japan are kind of running out of time here as Ramdhani plays it down the left-hand side. Tomiyasu runs it back for Japan, and it's Ahan that clears it away once more. Itakuda just win the header, and Jenna tries to recover it. Tomiyasu does. He gets a beautiful ball in towards Ueda. Here is Kubo. Kubo looking for Ueda, and he's just run out of space. I say run out of space. Indonesia closed off that space.
They are, especially with so many defenders. There's almost no space for Japan, and that makes it really hard to score, of course.
It's going to make it harder and harder, especially so long into the game. There is only 5 in-game minutes left here, plus whatever the referee adds. We have seen late goals in this tournament. Will we see another one? Asano, and he gets pocket pinched by Patinama. Launches the ball forward.
Yeah, they are clearing the ball all the time, and like, Japan, here you go. Build your game up and try to score. So hard.
So hard to do, and
it's
a hill to climb. It really is a hill to climb when you are up against it, and then your team or your opponent goes against what you would expect. As we see time ticking down here, both are on opposite ends of the kind of attacking spectrum here. There's 4 in-game minutes left now. We're into injury time. Makida was up from the defence, but he's cleared away again. It's Ito. It's cleared and deflected into a brilliant bit of space there for Asano, or at least Japan have kind of claimed that back. Ueda, Makida, there is Asano. Asano, can he shape to shoot? He does. It's a great save for the goalkeeper. Oh my God! What an equaliser at the death, and we are now going to go into extra time.
Can you believe that?
It was a good job the camera didn't come to me, because I was out of my chair for that one. Makida,
wow.
You'll see it again here. Ned, run us through that.
They believed to the last second into themselves, and they rewarded themselves with a bounce back here. Wow.
I think that was Kubo that tapped it in. We'll wait for a goal combination. But Japan have themselves into the game, and it is confirmed it was Kubo. We now have a full time of 1-1, and we now go into extra time. Man, we didn't really think they could get a goal right at the death, but they've gone all out attack, and now they've got to try and mentally reset.
Almost, and then they have a second chance now. It's a restart. While we're talking about restart here ago, they started the extra time. For Indonesia, of course, it's harder, but they will give their best. They have their players substituted later in. Now with a big chance here.
Oh, just gone past the post. What a chance that was. Struck.
Their players are a little more fit. They have more stamina because they subbed in later. So that could be a little advantage here in this phase of the game.
You talked about possession at half-time. Japan has swung that back the other way. It is now 51-49 as opposed to 59-41. So Japan have started to get more of the ball. And that'll be, again, great news if you're a fan of the Blue Samurai. They have got themselves into at least an extra time position. And again, I don't want to talk about it, but we could potentially be talking about penalties even in game 1. I mean, that's, as you said, that's how tight this game could go, that's how tight it could become. But this might be what separates these two teams. And we certainly saw Japan's kind of expertise against the Islamic Republic of Iran, and they kind of got that third game.
Now we need to be focused because both of the teams are able to create great free kick variants. Let's see.
Weather was up for it, but it was cleared away. Is Struik to Randani. It's cleared away. Here's Morita. Morita in towards Ito. Ito down the right-hand side here. Can Japan find a ball into the box? They've managed to have just about find a ball in, but it's gone out of touch.
Yeah.
They were doing some good work, good left stick dribbling. I know you're a big fan of that, Med, in terms of that kind of stop-start and just trying to unseat your opponent. How important is it when you're at this level of the game?
Especially in this mode, where the players are not high-rated, they have all a uniform rate. There is the left stick dribbling, which is becoming more and more important here.
As you see, Ferdinand across to Randani. Indonesia looking to forage and collect a goal here. It's a beautiful ball found to Patinama. Patinama to Struik.
Struik, this calmness, this patience. Wow.
Struik still waiting. Patinama in towards Drajad. Drajad at the edge of the box. His pocket has been pinched by Itakura. Kubo just about gets away from that physical challenge. He's given, it looked like he'd given the ball away, but I think both players weren't anticipating that ball was going to make it through.
Great eye, exactly. Last chance probably for Indonesia here. Here you go.
It's Patinama. Patinama to Randani in towards Patinama. But it's marshalled away by Itakura, and there is half-time and extra time. And all of that excitement has now kind of descended back into spirit as well. So maybe they're looking for a more defensive bit, as we'll see in the second half of extra time. Randani down the left-hand side, but it's Tomiyasu who recovers it. Maybe, as you quite rightly said, maybe Japan have got one eye on a penalty shootout here, but it's something to be careful of, though, because, again, as you've rightly said throughout this tournament, if you head for the draw, more often than not you'll lose, but Maeda is free, and he's trying to get the ball into the box. There's a bit of a mistake there. Kubo nearly gets the ball. It's cleared away by Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia are showing nerves here.
Ito, Kubo trying to combine down that right-hand side. Ito swings the ball in. Maeda cleared away. Tomiyasu in towards Ito. Ito with a long ball in, looking for Maeda's header again, but it's going to be headed back down into traffic as Kubo nearly gets the wrong side of Indonesia's defender. That would have really been trouble for them. Is Ferdinand. Ferdinand to Jenna. Kubo intercepts, finds Ito. Ito back inside to Kubo. Kubo looks for a brilliant through ball to Maeda, but it's cleared away by Hubner.
And you can see that Indonesia is playing on blue. They are on defensive. Didn't see that with a draw.
Dani down the left-hand side. Stunning cross in. It's hit the keeper.
Woo.
Oh no, it could have gone absolutely anywhere. I hate to break it to you folks. I think without maybe jinxing it here, it looks like we might be heading for the dreaded penalty kicks unless Japan have this one last chance. Asano down the left-hand side looking for Maeda. Ito's pulled back into the middle and it's cleared away. Hide behind your sofas, Japan fans. Hide behind your sofas, Indonesia fans. There is a penalty shootout here and you may not want to look. This is going to be...
Indonesia starting. Oh, quick start.
Power penalty. Scores to Indonesia. 1-0 in the shootout.
Ice cold.
Well, if you're not used to watching games of football, if we get past the 5-all stage, as Maeda stays up, he will go to sudden death. Maeda saved by Indonesia. Indonesia to make it 2-0 on the shootout. A little bit of gamesmanship from Maekawa in goal. Those little moments, just maybe trying to just unseat.
Yeah, they're going for mind games.
Let's see what happens here. Indonesia steps up, and it's off the post! Oh, that is unlucky for Indonesia. And can Japan kind of reset the advantage here in the penalty shootout? I believe, squinting at that back, it's number 18, Asano. Super sub on. And saved by Indonesia!
Wow.
It is a lottery.
Oh,
here.
fast penalty here.
Pen. Oh, and it's in! I think they thought because the penalty was taken too quickly, well, they're not going to pick the side.
Yeah.
Indonesia with the advantage. They are 2 up in the shoot. And Kubo scored! He even caught me off guard.
Yeah, it was close.
Very much kept me off guard, but Japan have themselves on the score sheet in the shootout. What will happen here? Mankawa is going to have to make a save or get some fortune by the woodwork. It's Arhan. It's wide!
Whoa.
Nerves telling here in the shootout. Japan to reset the advantage. Mood is tense here. Which way will they go? Japan steps up and scores into the bottom corner.
So accurate.
What an accurate penalty, and it was the right time they needed it. It's Patinama.
Really fast.
Here we go. Patinama steps up. Save by Japan!
Match ball.
Match point. If Japan score this, they take the first game 1-0. If they miss, we go to sudden death penalties. It's going to be Ito. Save! Sudden death penalties, ladies and gentlemen. We don't see that very often in eFootball.
You want it, you get it.
That's what we called for. Indonesia have to score. Indonesia scored!
This is so intense.
Oh, sudden death penalties. Penalties is one thing, but sudden death is another. Japan have to score. Japan are going to step up here. Which way are they going, and will Indonesia get it? Japan, they have! Indonesia take the first point in the penalty shootout, and they take the first game. Well, it's a fantastic victory for them. They are on the hill.
Yeah, definitely. After losing that lead at the end of the
AFC,
and here you
Asian
go.
Cup final champion.
Japan from the left side and the blue kids, Indonesia from the right side with the red kids.
Here we go. It is going to be palpable. The pressure that is here is going to be incredible. Slid away by Ito. Nakamura is a player that's almost gone a little bit quiet from Japan. We've seen him be used to great effect. They haven't really got the game to him almost. Here is Karaka in that little bit of a changed position. And is that almost even a game plan just specifically for Japan?
Yeah.
There's a weather down the line to Doan.
Long sprint.
All the way into the corner. Has he got the energy to get the pass off? He has it. He gets pinched by Kambawaya. Here's Arhan.
Nice positioning, nice defensive behavior.
Footwork.
Now the game feels a little more aggressive, a little more risky, not that cautious like in the first game.
Long throw in from Arhan. Arhan in towards Karaka. It's cleared away only as far as Kambawaya, clock, Jenna
Great pass.
Outside to Karaka, who's now drifted onto that right hand side. Karaka, great footwork, great left stick dribbling, close control, clock, looking back for Karaka. Good spot there by Japan.
Was a great idea.
Weather trying to find his way in for Japan, but easily taken care of by Indonesia. They almost seemingly have done their homework on the movements of Japan and what they would like to do with the ball.
Exactly. Indonesia makes a better impression to me now compared to the first game.
Sananta into the middle of midfield. Instead, it's Minamino who picks it up. Here's Hatate. Hatate in towards Nakamura. Good ball around the corner. And again, just seems to be...
They're always covering the space. They are giving no space to Japan on the wings. Yeah, it's a difference now compared to the first game.
They've given the ball the way there is Minamino. Minamino looking for Ueda. It's just not going to be the game to play against Hubner.
Indonesia offering no options here.
Sullivan, Kanduaya. Kenjisu cancels dummies, just holds up that ball. Looking for that perfect avenue into the box. He's found Karaka.
This calmness is so impressive.
Very calm here, Indonesia. Here's Clark. Clark looking for the inside ball. Minamino hits the
Dangerous
pocket.
ball
It's Clark.
here.
It's in towards Sullivan. Oh, it's just wide. Sullivan pulls it wide of the post.
Yeah, he speculated for the manual goalkeeping of Japan, and they activated it, so he needed to go for the long corner. Yeah. From that angle, probably with his weak foot, was not able to score an accurate shot.
Japan with a goal kick here. 24 minutes about to tick onto the clock.
But they are confirming their first impression, Indonesia. They are more in control of the game. They are offering no spaces in the defense. They are really dangerous in the offense with their dribblings. This will be tough.
It's going to be a tough game indeed for both teams. It's going to be who can handle this pressure. Jenna. Break the deadlock first. Doan finds it out to
Great overview.
Nakamura has Ueda in space. He's pulled towards the back post. Ueda is waiting, but Nakamura,
wow.
The ball never came.
Fantastic duel behavior. Fantastic.
Right here to Doan. Doan in towards Minamino. And it's cleared away once more by Arhan. Minamino still foraging down his right-hand side, looking for help, looking for support. It's a nice give and go. Minamino on the ground, in towards Ueda, goes to the strike near post, keeper parries it away. Big chances falling the way here of Indonesia.
The grand final we've all wished for, we've all expected. Here we go. Really tough, really close. I really enjoyed it.
It's a big chance for Indonesia, but it's cleared away.
Corner kick.
Corner kick indeed. 36 minutes on the clock. See deep in conversation here. Indonesia. As we said, what have they got in this little party bag of set piece trickery? Header on, it's just wide of the post.
Many different variants. All of them really dangerous. They made their homework.
There had to have been something special to beat the goalkeeper from there. Japan will calmly boot this one. 37 in-game minutes on the clock. What are we going to have in store here? Is it going to be a mistake that may let them in? Here's Karaka. Karaka, will he find the ball that he's looking for? He won't. He'll play it out to Ito instead, and that is cleared by Japan. Ueda wins the header this time against Jordi Aman. Here's Nakamura.
One is attacking, the other one is covering the space. This is perfection in defense.
As we said, one-mind approach. Doan has found it in towards Minamino, and it's cleared away again. Trying to win the header, he does so. Doan. And Ueda's held his run, has he? He's onside, Ueda with the strike, and it's blocked off by both.
That was a huge mistake from Indonesia. Didn't expect that.
And they did not expect that space. Sullivan. It's headed. It's going to potentially be cleared here, and it is. It's cleared towards Doan.
Great shoulder charge.
There is half-time. I think, again, looking at it, it's almost as though that Indonesia would be the happier to this side to go in and build it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Let's see if they... Indonesia and the red kids from the left to the right side. Japan with the blue kids from the right to the left side.
Let's see the second half in. We are locked in and ready to go here. 45 minutes left potentially between Indonesia becoming the first AFC eASIAN Cup champions, who will Japan delay that party and will then take it to a game 3. We will find out at the end of this half if penalties. So Zoeda tries to flick it through a gap. Jenna.
We talked about it previously about forced errors, unforced errors, like in the tennis. The amount of numbers of unforced errors is extremely low on both sides. This is so impressive to me.
It's almost like they're organised to an incredible degree, as you said about the prep work that goes into this.
One of many reasons why both of them are here where they are in the grand final, fighting for the title.
Absolutely. Here is the weather looking through the space, and it's launched forward. It's kicking backwards. Here it is to Manikawa. Sananta, Karaka, Sullivan. They're all trying to combine up front here for Indonesia. Here's a weather to Nakamura though. Nakamura. Looking forward here. Ito trying to get together. Cleared away. Sullivan. Brilliant back heel there. Finds Clark in towards Karaka. Karaka still going. Karaka finding it. Looking for Sananta. It's still there to Kambuaya. Kambuaya still going. And it's blocked away by Ito.
He wanted to do double touch, but it didn't work.
71,550.
Hatate in towards Minamino. Can Japan find a way?
Great.
And the door is shut in their face once more.
Yeah, Indonesia with a slightly better start into the second half. But we know this doesn't mean anything.
Absolutely, Minamino just trying to find his way through. You're right, it is not how you start a half, it's how you finish a half is the most important thing. And right now, both these teams 0-0, dead locked, and somebody will need to break it. Last time that we said that, around about 2 minutes later, Indonesia went and scored, so...
Oh, fantastic intercept here.
Don't really want it to be cursed the commentator once more, but it may just be... And it's cleared away by Japan, who do very well indeed.
Both of them are able to anticipate very well on the highest level, so it's becoming not a ritual football game, it's becoming a chess game. Who is making the next step, what is the next step, and how to counter this next step.
Jenna forward for Kambuaya to clear away. It's Ito down the left-hand side here.
Again, yeah, nice anticipation, nice interception from Indonesia. And you can see the green symbol for Indonesia on the left bottom side. That means they've won their first game of the best of 3. Means if they win this match, they will crown themselves as the first ever AFC champions, eASIAN Cup champions. But still, it's a long way to go.
There is a long road just yet. It may look like tiptoes to some people, but these are giants you've got to take in. Especially still at 0-0. Really tight game between these two nations.
Number 13. Number 10.
Regular
Number 17. Coming on the field.
Japan.
Number 20.
We've seen many free kicks here like this from Indonesia. The sharp crosses inside the box to the tall players, and then they are doing the back pass, and then clinical finishes afterwards to finish, to finalize the attack, to score the goals. This time it didn't work.
There's Kubo down the left-hand side, in towards Ueda. Endo has been almost a non-issue here for Japan. Indonesia seemingly have just taken Wataru Endo out of the game. It's been so good for Japan.
Yep.
We have barely noticed him on the screen.
You're absolutely right. We are seeing no chances. You can see 50-50 in passes here. Tough fight.
It's a dogfight. It is intense here. In Qatar, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, if you are just joining us, it is 1-0 in the first game of the best of 3 series here at the final of the AFC eASIAN Cup. Again, there are so many of you who are joining us.
Almost 200,000 viewers.
It's quite insane. Over 190,000 people have kind of got into their seats and have been watching on YouTube. We appreciate the support that is coming here through the live chat. As you see, it is moving at an alarming rate. There's a lot of Indonesia flags in that chat. They will want to see their countrymen take this inaugural title, and they will do their very best. But Japan will stand in their way. Here is Kubo Ito.
And yeah, as a player, you want to finish the game in the first 90 minutes, but as a viewer, as a broadcaster, we want to see everything, every little minute, every little second of this game. I would like to have the cherry on the top with a penalty knockout.
Stunning strike just wide of the post. There's 2 in-game minutes left plus stoppage time. That could have been a real heartbreaker for Japan if that had found the back of the net. Would have been a real heartbreaker. You can see there, stunning strike. It just hits the base of the stanchion. Hence the noise you would have heard. You may have been confused with the post, but no, just that stanchion behind the goal. Dani, cheap free kick. It doesn't look like a dangerous position to the layperson, to the person who's not adverse with eFootball. But men, why is it so difficult to defend these types of balls?
Because it knows exactly where the ball will drop. They have tall players in the front. They know how to position themselves very accurate, precise. So every free kick is dangerous.
See there, time ticking down. And we are going to head to our second period of extra time in our grand final here, live at Virtua City in Doha in Qatar. It is 0-0, and it is. I can't find the word. Our commentary team are locked in. The YouTube chat is locked in. They are ready, and so are we for the second period that we've seen of extra time.
We've hit it. Officially 200,000 viewers live. This is incredible. This is unreal.
Unbelievable competition by the AFC eASIAN Cup. What a turnout it has been. It's a fascinating outcome, especially with extra time that we are involved in here. Like we said, this looks like a really innocuous place to have a free kick, but it won't be from Japan's perspective. Morita is trying to be headed down. It's cleared away.
Yeah, we talked about the free kicks from...
Ramdani has the ball. It's been knocked down to him. Ramdani. He's holding the ball. He's waiting patiently. Double touch in the corner. Ramdani stunning strike. Oh! Just wide of the post. And much like what we have seen so much in this competition, looking for manual goalkeeping where it doesn't appear.
Exactly. He was doing the double touch here, as you can see it in the replay, and then shooting into the short corner because he was expecting the manual goalkeeping. Chess game. Chess game. I will do this. What will he do? What he will do that. What will I do? It's wow. This is the highest level which you can experience as a viewer of eFootball. Respect.
I've learned so much from having the man next to me. Having him next to me through all of these forwards of what to look for in terms of competitive plays. That there's so much manual goalkeeping movement that I never have seen just being on my own. It's brilliant to have the expert eyes of Ben Nasser next to us.
Oh my gosh!
Straight into the box. Great save for the goalkeeper.
Indonesia is coming closer and closer to the goal. Wow. Now with the throwing into the box. Second ball. Free kick.
Right on the edge.
Free kick out of this situation is almost like a penalty.
It really can be. It is all a case of gamesmanship here. What do you do?
What is the plan? What is the strategy here?
Pasiyama stood over the ball. He's got Drajad. You can see bottom of your screen.
They're going for the short barrier.
Drajad! Oh my God! Drajad breaks the deadlock in extra time. Indonesia with that plan D, E, F, G, whatever plan
this was so smart. This was so smart. This is chess. This is what I'm talking about. This is chess. This is not football. This is chess. Unbelievable.
It's it's not just chess, it feels like 4D chess, and they're playing it in a completely different dimension of Indonesia. What intelligence to just play it short. It's the simplest of free kicks that are often the most effective. It's Occam's razor. The most simplest solution is often the correct one, and boy, was that correct for Indonesia.
It looked simple, but it wasn't. That was fantastic. And we've talked about their strength of free kicks, and they used it. Many free kick goals here from Indonesia. And will this be the final goal? Will this be the goal which will crown them as the first ever AFC eASIAN Cup champions? Still enough time for Japan. This is still enough time.
That confidence that is going to carry through from that little bit of magic.
For
Can
Japan,
they find a way?
Yeah, they can, because now Japan has got nothing to lose anymore. They can, so they will risk more, and maybe they will reward their risk with a goal, with the equalizer. We will see. They are going for the subs. You can see that they are not changing their formation. And Indonesia changed their formation to a 4-5-1. They will become now ultra defensive. Maybe they will go on full blue, all out defensive. We will find that out now. Yeah, you can see it here. Full blue here on the right bottom corner.
It's going to be a tough task
for Japan.
Going to be a tough task. They've done it before. Can they do it again? They have been 1-0 down. They have got an equaliser at the most unlikely places, and as we've just heard from our production team, over 200,000 people watching that goal go in. And my word, they are about to see a grandstand finish here. It is either going to be Indonesia crowning themselves the first ever AFC eASIAN Cup champion, or Japan will find a goal, or potentially even two, which will then lead them to the third game. It is so close, and it is so tight between these two nations.
Exciting.
It's palpable. You can, even through the microphone, Med, without even looking at you, I can feel the giant grin across your face.
I swear, I feel I would sit there on the pitch.
Oh, it's an incredible moment here. It is so tight between these two nations. And it has been everything of a final we expected in terms of, as you said, it's a chess game. It has been that type of move. It's been that type of moment. It has been moving your pieces just delicately into position and then kind of trapping your opponent in checkmate. And that feels as though Indonesia are almost, to use the chess analogy, they're in check right now. They're not in checkmate just yet. They still got time of Japan. All goes up to Mae. They're trying to flick it down, but every single block, every single pass, as we said, we can hear it to our left-hand side. Indonesia, and they're just trying to just get himself ready. Those 15 minutes, he knows what it means.
It means everything. In this moment, this is everything for him, what he wants for him, for his teammate, for his country. They are really close to it.
It's one thing being a champion. It's one thing being a champion. It's a very different thing being a champion with your country. It's very easy being, I can't even say easy, but it's one thing to represent yourself. It's a different thing to be countryman with a team, as we'll see Marita trying to make her way through. But to be a 2v2 champion, to be an AFC eASIAN Cup champion, to be the first one at that, the inaugural champion, that is something that they've taken, it will be etched into history.
Exactly. Indonesia on full blue, Japan on full red. This is so great to watch.
It is indeed.
6 minutes to go. Indonesia clearing the ball here. Yeah, it's like the same in the previous match, just clearing the ball and waiting for the opponent, waiting for Japan to build up the game and to come to their own half, and then clearing the ball once again. This is so hard to play against, so hard. Here again.
It is clear and keep clearing if you're Indonesia. It is not pretty, but it is effective. It is, to steal your phrase, the most effective tactic available, and it will be what they need to seal it. It is ticking down here. There are seconds left on the clock. Can Japan find a way? It doesn't look like they have, and there it is! There it is! Indonesia are the AFC eASIAN Cup champion. You can see what it means to them, and my word, ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed the thrilling final contest of the AFC eASIAN Cup 2023 here at Virtua City, Qatar. We will be commencing the award ceremony shortly, but Med, I'm going to cut to you. Analysis, give it me, because they locked it down in a moment. We have all been waiting for the crowning of the inaugural champion who has secured the AFC eASIAN Cup 2023 trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the champion of the AFC eASIAN Cup 2023, Indonesia! And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the Champions Trophy to Indonesia!